She cannot just, I mean, that's not her nature, first of all. There may be a few women who are like that, but generally, women want some steadiness, protection, all that. And then, so they, I mean, this is really foolish. They try to tell the girls that, see, we don't, I mean, this marriage is a binding, then because of that only we'll have to divorce and all. So just no need. We just live together as long as we want, and then we can go. And the girl also thinks, yeah, why go through? I mean, they get easily convinced, Girls are very simple compared to men. So one men, I mean, Prabhupada used to say, oh girls, you're all getting cheated. These men, they want to have fun and they're saying all this. They're saying, you can also wear any dress, you can also do all this and that. Why? They want your association. That's why they're doing all these things. And girls don't realize at all. They think, yeah, we are also liberated. See, we'll also wear whatever clothes, we'll also go to the bar, we'll also have one night stands, and we'll have live-in relationship. I'm very liberated and free. Then be ready to be cut into so many pieces. It's happening. I mean, this is their mentality. Just use and throw, use and throw. Can you see that? Kali Yuga especially. Not everyone is like that, of course. Definitely not. Not all are like that. But I'm saying a few specimens that you have to be scared now. So we as devotees have to really be honest. If you want to have relationship, then go for marriage. And find a nice suitable spouse who you can do Krishna consciousness with. You cannot have two lives. One life is, devotee. Another life is this, enjoyment. That material is for me, spiritual is for Krishna. Okay? Krishna is there in my spiritual life. For in my material life, no Krishna. That I can do whatever I want. That's what we seem to think, isn't it? Many times we think material life is without Krishna, spiritual life is with Krishna. And there is no two-way like that. Everything is with Krishna. So that is what we have to, that is the main impediment in our spiritual progress. And we have to be ready. We can do that if we develop a service attitude, if we are eager to advance in Krishna, spiritual consciousness, if we are ready to preach, then you will get so much ecstasy in preaching. You will not be looking for ecstasies with all these sort of things. Isn't it? You see, anybody who is a very strong preacher, brahmacharis even, I've seen brahmacharis. Many brahmacharis, they get very disturbed when they see girls around and all. But there are some brahmacharis who will be talking, very nicely because they are very good, they are immersed in preaching. And they treat Matajis, your sisters, mothers. You don't feel anything, you feel kind. You don't. On the other hand, those who are very disturbed, they demonize women. They say, Maya, these are all Maya characters. We should not let them come. Why you are falling victim of Maya? Because once, Prabhupada, one brahmachari went and told Prabhupada, ladies chanting in the same temple room, very disturbing for me. So he wanted Prabhupada to pack them and send away. Prabhupada said, if you cannot chant, you go to the forest and chant. So, how can we blame like that? We have to control our senses and mind and understand what it is. It's illusion. To try to, after becoming a devotee, we have to reach and we have to take proper steps so that we don't fall victim of this trap. It's just some kind of an illusion to think that there is some happiness in that. There is no happiness. Even, in that way. Only happiness is there, make the best deal of a good bargain. Okay, definitely you can have the relationship within marriage, but you have to keep serving Krishna along with that. That is for helping one another to make spiritual progress. Again, not that, see, in my house I'll do whatever I want, and in the temple, okay, I'll come and serve. Can't be double. Okay, so that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to set this example. One should not sit closely with one's mother, sister or daughter, for the senses are so strong that they may attract in a person advanced in knowledge. This verse appears in the Manu Samhita and Srimad Bhagavatam. We shouldn't think all these are practical words, because we know how many things are happening nowadays. Fathers raping their daughters. How many cases? So it's a fact. What the Shastra says are true. There are many persons with little in their possession who accept the renounced order of life like monkeys. They go here and there engaging in sense gratification and speaking intimately with women. One should strictly follow the regulative principles, namely, no illicit sex, no meat eating, no intoxication and no gambling. And in this way, one should make progress in spiritual life. If an unfit person sentimentally accepts vairagya or takes sannyasa, but at the same time remains attached to women, he is in a very dangerous position. His renunciation is called markata vairagya, or renunciation like that of a monkey. The monkey lives in the forest, eats fruit and does not even cover itself with a cloth. In this way it resembles a saint, but the monkey always thinks of female monkeys and sometimes keeps dozens of them for sexual intercourse. This is called markata vairagya. Therefore, one who is unfit should not accept the renounced order of life. One who accepts the order of sannyasa, but again becomes agitated by sensual disturbances and talks privately with women is called dharma dvaji or dharma kalanka, which means that he brings condemnation upon the religious order. Therefore, one should be extremely careful in this connection. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura explains the word markata to mean restless. A restless person cannot be steady. Therefore, simply wanders about gratifying his senses, just to get praise from others, to get cheap adoration from his followers or people in general. Such a person sometimes accepts the dress of a sannyasi or babaji in the renounced order, but he cannot give up desires for sense gratification, especially for the association of women. Such a person cannot make advancement in spiritual life. There are 8 different kinds of sensual enjoyment with women, including talking about them, thinking about them. Thus, for a sannyasi, a person in the renounced order, talking intimately with women is a great offense. Sri Ramananda Rai and Sri Narottam Das Thakura actually achieved the most elevated stage of the renounced order, but those who imitate them, accepting them as ordinary human beings, fall under the influence of the material energy, but that is a great misunderstanding. So even when we have connection, in our movement, Prabhupada allowed for the sake of service for men and women to work together, like when we go out preaching or doing other activities. But we should be very respectful, keep a respectful distance, not out of hatred or dislike, but out of respect. That everybody, men and women are wonderful. Prabhupada said, man is good, woman is good. But together they are bad. Like thunder and fire. So if we understand that, and so Matajis also should talk very respectfully from a distance. You should not not think envy and let them control their senses. Then in some temples, like now, what is the temple in UK, that Gujarati, what do they call that temple, which is Swaminath temple, no?
Swaminath.
Yeah, Swaminath temple in UK. I don't know if everywhere they were introduced. Over there, because in the West, everyone wears all kinds of dresses, not shorts and all they come. Everybody has to cover themselves. The ladies also, they're given a Vaishnava dress or sari or whatever, skirt, they have to cover, and men also, they have to cover. Because they also wear shorts and all that over there, so everybody has to cover and go to inside the temple. So, that automatically, dress is very important. Whereas if you see in Juhu temple, oh my God, there is no restriction like that. Crowds come and all kinds of dresses they wear. And you should understand that there are renunciate people trying to be, brahmacharis, sannyasis and all. So you should dress modestly. It should be a rule. And so then they also are not disturbed. And not talking too much. It's not that men only should become self-controlled. Women also should understand that, we should also be very, keep a distance and talk only with this thing. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu didn't even bring them close. No, but other Prabhus and all, okay, you can ask questions or whatever, but not go too close and talk very, very intimately, friendly and all that. This is all nonsense. Why should you put others in this thing? We should not. We should help Prabhus also by being like that. And Prabhus also, when you're talking, when you're preaching, you will say something, speaking to someone. First of all, for very intimate problems and all, you should refer them. Please talk to that Mataji, whatever your problems are. But say you want to ask something, when philosophically, initially you're cultivating them, keep a distance and talk very respectfully, politely. When you keep that gravity, then nothing will happen. It's only